Now, lovelies. Um, so now we are out on the cosmic sieve, my daily walk. I call it the cosmic sieve because I can bring all my anxieties and tensions and sleepless nights and worries and all that stuff that us cancers can often, and other signs as well, the sensitive ones among us, can go through. So, I say that you can wake up and it just feels like, if you have a sieve and it's just full of troubles, right? And it's just heavy. And then if you can just, or if I can just, get myself dressed and out and on the trail, as I call it, one foot moving in front of the other. And it doesn't always look like this when I'm in Orange, I'm in town. Oh, who's that? Hi, she's that now. I can't see your name, but just know I haven't worked out yet how to see your comments afterwards. So last time I was live, someone commented several times, and I can't find them. So I'm trying. But yeah, so good morning, and thank you for joining. Let me know where you're joining from. Um, and if this is the same for you, I'd love to know if you can relate to this. And, if I can get myself out on the trail or, on the street, I don't care. I will walk anywhere. Um, then, the repetitiveness of it, I mostly don't listen to music anymore. In fact, I only have 5 CDs on my phone. One's a Jeet Car and the other four are Kamari and Manvir. That's pretty much all I listen to. I've got a couple of teachings from Pema Chodron. I listen to those. I practically know them off by heart. Of course, it's not knowing them; it's practicing them. And now I very rarely put them even in my headset. I just have it playing as I'm walking along. If I do, and most times I don't. So I like to be able to hear my foot hit the ground. I like to be able to look around. I mean, just look at this. There's the St. Helena Mountains back here. Let's see. Let's see. We'll walk down here and there. You can kind of see them in the distance. And I'm in the Laguna de Santa Rosa Trail. Now, this is 60 acres. That used to be a swimming hole. It used to be all kinds of activities used to go on here, I think in the 1890s. And then it became a waste ground for apple growers. There's a lot of apple growing in this area. Gravenstein apples come from here. And that was when the trouble began. And then it was deemed unsafe. And you can see there's just this all kinds of habitat here. I'm actually on the very edge. And there's a river, the Laguna, that comes down the center of it. And then in, I think, 98 or something, volunteers started planting trees and cleaning it up. And it's just, you can hear the birds. There's the amazing oak trees here in all stages. So from the big fallen ones that are going back to feed the forest, to those tall standing ones that give each other space so they can both thrive. No competition in the world of trees. It's just amazing. To trees the size of, let's see, this one behind me, a young one. That's like one we have at the farm. It's probably about 10 years old. Two very young ones. They've just planted a whole bunch of young ones about this tall. They're still in the wires. And, this place is just going to keep changing and changing. And it's pretty amazing. Let's go this way. Not sure which way I'm going here. This is awesome. Then today I've come on a completely new route, which is something else I like to do. Get to the end of the path. Which way am I going to go? And choose something different. Oh, look at this! I've arrived right at the water's edge. So this is a completely different path to what I've normally taken. I thought I was going away from the water, so I got to go away from the water, and now I've ended up right back here. And it's so amazing. Look at those shadows. Just look at that. So going back to what I was saying, if I can get myself up and out and on the trail with all my troubles in my cosmic sieve, then by the end of the walk, if I haven't distracted myself, because this is oftentimes a good banging music in or on the phone, I see lots of people on the trail on the phone, and I understand, but really this is the perfect time to be, in here and in here, right, and breathing. So, so I find that at the end of it, I'm a little more grounded. I felt the sun on my skin, October in California, and it's chilly at nighttime and it's chilly in the morning. I have my shorts on now, but I just put them on in the car after being at the coffee shop for a couple of hours. So I was up at like 6:30 and went to the coffee shop, wrote in my journal, which is happening now because I'm not on Facebook. So I don't know if you know this, but about 10 days ago, I deleted the Facebook app from my phone, and oh my God, I'm back in my journal and firing off ideas. I really am wanting to create a space for us to come together. And I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Um, I'd love to hear your thoughts because I want to create a space where we can come together to feel better. It's not something that we have coaches for sports and for business, and for some hobbies that we do, but who or what community is there for us to do the things and support us and keep us accountable to actually do the things that make us feel better? Like me today, starting my day writing, then reading, and now out on the trail. This is speaking to you is the first time, other than I spoke to two baristas, one to order, one to say thank you, and I said good morning to 5 people. And other than that, I hadn't spoken a word. So I've been up since before sunrise, and it's now, I think, something like 10:30. And that's my favorite way to start the day. I've got work to do later, but how we start is so often how we end. And a lot of my clients, one of the things that we can work on first is having at least, we're in the shade, having at least one day out of 7 that they can start the way that they want. Think about that. When did you last have a day that started the way that you want, rather than having to be somewhere for someone that literally you could? I didn't set the alarm this morning. I don't set the alarm. So it's very rare I set the alarm unless I need to be up for an early flight or something, because I'm going to be awake. And as soon as sunlight starts coming through the room, and even before now, because I'm waking up before sunrise. Um, so so just waking up when you want to, and then doing what it is you want to do. When did you last go to the coffee shop and read or write? When did you last take a walk in the morning? I'd love to jump out of bed. My preferred choice is to jump out of bed, walk, and then do my coffee and read. But we have to adapt because it's too cold. I don't want to be walking in a whole bundled clothes in the dark. So now in the fall and the winter, I'll reverse that. But it is, I keep walking because I hear people behind me. I haven't seen anyone yet. And I'm off to meet Samaj. She's actually riding into town, and we'll meet up there, and then we'll start our errands. And again, he's starting the way that he wants to. He sleeps a little later than me. Um, he's an amazing sleeper. I wish I could sleep like Samaj. It's why he looks so beautiful and so young for 58, But yeah, he tends to sleep later than me. And good morning. And so then if I get up and I leave, then he gets to wake up when he wants to, and then have his breakfast. He's very much a habitual person. He gets up, he makes his oatmeal, which takes him about 20 minutes to make because I'm never quite sure why. Mine takes about 10 minutes when I make it, but we make it different. Makes his oatmeal, eats that, takes his shower, gets dressed, gets on his bike. That's his. And that takes him about an hour and a half to do that. And so he gets to be at his own pace, and then he'd ride to town and we can meet up, right? So, and I've had my walk, so I'm feeling more settled, and it just sets me up for the day. So let's ask you that question again. When did you last start the day the way that you want to? What about back in the shade again, you know. Do you ever start the day when you want to? Look, the kids are playing. So got kids playing sports. Fantastic, isn't it? Life all around us. Saturday. I'm feeling good. So let's talk about that. Just go and all over the place today. But feeling good. So there is nothing better than feeling better. So I was on this trail. In fact, I shared some videos with you guys from this trail while I had my kidney stone living with me. And I tell you, that 9 millimeters of space that it was taking up, that was really affecting my life. So now that it's gone, I just feel amazing. I'm not on this trail going, wow, it feels so different not to be in pain. Well, there's more people coming. I really feel very self-conscious with this selfie stick. But I love you more, so I'm getting over my self-consciousness. But anyway, we're going to go over the bridge. The water looks amazing. Come and have a look. Look at this. Right? How gorgeous is that? So I think we're going to kind of finish up here. But so I'd love to know from you, like, how do you start your day? Do you ever get to start the day that you want to? And if you can't do it once a week, how about once a month to start? So that's what I try to do with clients is I try to work out a way that they can start to introduce it, get a taste for it, and realize, oh my God, I do not have to be up and out, or I don't have to be up and out and doing immediately. Maybe there's some being that you want to do, right? That human being that we are. So tapping into the human being. And then as well, do you take your worries, anxieties, and tensions out for a walk? How do you, you know, the cosmic sieve, as I call it, and how is that for you? I'd love to know. Like I said, I'm not sure where to find some of the comments for these lives. So, but do leave me a comment. I'm going to keep looking for them, and let me know where you're watching from. And if you're watching this after we're live, and certainly I will be able to see those comments. If you're new to the channel, subscribe and you'll get notifications of crazy lives like this one and who knows what. And if you've been here a while, have you come over to Patreon, because over there we've got some exciting things going on. As I said, I stopped Facebook on my phone, the personal page, about 10 days ago. My journals had more attention, but the other thing is that I decided I wanted to spend more attention on YouTube and Patreon, right? So here I'm with you. And then on Patreon, we early released the classes, and we've got people coming, so I'm smiling. We early released the classes, and we're just starting to introduce some new monthly group coaching calls. Good morning.
We're in a live broadcast here, I think.
We're on a live broadcast on YouTube. Good morning. Just say good morning on YouTube.
Good morning, yeah.
This is the Feel Better Life. So
Buongiorno.
we're talking all about the Feel Better Life.
What's your name?
Chief.
Gee, well, anyway, thank you.
You're very
All
welcome.
right.
Yeah.
Nice.
Who are you speaking with?
I'm speaking. I have a YouTube audience, so
Oh, cool.
we're on live on YouTube right now.
So we could be
There's
anything.
196 countries tune in.
All right, well, we're
Okay.
doing a Scott Kelby worldwide photo walk in Sebastopol today.
Oh wow,
This is.
that's
That's
pretty
right.
cool. Look at all these people with
It is,
cameras
yeah,
here.
there we
You
go.
found like an amazing spot. This
Of
is,
course we did.
and these shadows on
Yes.
this
Indeed.
this water is just
We need to go over to the skate park.
yes,
Yes, we were there. We kind of started in that. It's
Nice.
actually pretty cool.
nice.
So, yeah.
That's pretty awesome to meet you guys. You've got some really nice
All right.
cameras.
Anyway,
Quite
nice to
jealous
meet
of these cameras. Nice to meet you as well. Have a great one.
Oh, yeah.
See, you just never know who you're going to meet when you come out.
You're making a movie star out of yourself.
Yeah, we are.
Let me see. Let me see.
You come and say hello. This is a
Hey.
YouTube community.
It is.
Yeah.
All right.
So we've got about 750 videos up here.
That's great.
What's your name?
Dennis.
Dennis. Nice to meet you, Dennis.
Meet you.
Got a nice camera there.
Yeah, thank you.
Have a beautiful day.
You too.
I love it. It's awesome, isn't it? So this is what happens as well. So, you know, we talk about getting out and getting the worries and tensions as you're walking, but then you also get to see other people. And there's nothing quite like that connection. Good morning.
Good morning.
That connection with other people who are out on the same trail as you. Good morning. You know, and that can be a really beautiful thing. So I'm going to continue with my walk. That was quite a nice little You just never know. I'd love to hear from you. And as I was saying, come over to Patreon because we're going to be doing some group coaching calls over there. Some of you have been saying you've got so many questions for me, and I'm quite happy to try and answer them in the comments, but there is only me. And what I want to do is start having some live calls where you can actually be on the call and speak to me. We're going to be doing that through Patreon. We've got some really exciting things coming up over there. So I'd say check it out. That's Patreon, patreon.com/holla, HOLLA. We can see you over there. And as I say, if you haven't already, subscribe down below so that you too can get notifications of lives like this. I love you so much. You have no idea. So now.